Kali Audio just sent me brand new studio monitors. So these are the new IN-8 V2 studio monitors. Now you and I figured we would unbox these together. We'll also set them up and connect them, and then at the end we'll do a quick sound test to see what you and I think about them. Now to be fair, I really didn't need new monitors. The monitors I've been using are actually the Kali Audio LP UNF monitors, and they have worked perfectly in my studio here. They're the 4.5-inch ones, and this leads me to the backstory here, me working with Kali. So the monitors I had going way back before I got these sitting in the studio now, they were some old monitors. I won't mention the brand, most of you had seen that anyway, but they lasted a long time. They were like, I don't know, over a decade old. So they started crapping out on me though, and I needed new monitors. So instead of going with the same brand, and there's nothing wrong with the brand, but I want to do some research, and I asked, and many of you remember the story, I asked my friend Nick Z, who mixes and masters for a living. He actually mastered my latest album, Overcometh. Did a phenomenal job, and of course he mastered with Kali Audio speakers. But when I told him the dimensions of my room, all that good stuff, and what I'm doing here, he hands down recommended Kali. And I've talked to a few other engineers that, again, they're in the industry, they do this for a living, or at least do it on a regular basis, mixing, mastering, that sort of thing. So I just wanted to get a true professional opinion on someone that does this on a daily basis. So Kali kept coming up. So long story short, I reached out to Kali, and here we are. The rest is history. So I'm very happy to be working with them now, but I just want to say real quick, these monitors, there's nothing wrong with them. They're perfect. If Kali weren't sending me these, I would be perfectly happy with those monitors. Again, the LP UNF monitors. They're smaller ones. Again, they're 4.5-inch, but the thing is, in a room like this 10 by 11 room, they work perfectly here. Now you might be saying, well, Jason, you're just going with the big ones because Kali's sending you the big ones. And yes, while that is true, I also opted for larger monitors because the main reason is I'm hoping to future-proof my studio. I foresee at some point in the future me being in a little bit bigger room than what I'm in now. I'd like to grow this thing. So that was a big reason for opting for these larger, the IN-8s here. So let's get this stuff off here. But yeah, Kali, the monitors have been great. I love them. Again, you guys have heard them. You've seen me go over them in several videos, a couple of the recent studio setup videos, because I've changed some stuff around in here. All right, so this is one of the monitors here. Now, before we pull the other one out, I want you guys to see the back of the monitor real quick here. There are a couple things here, and we're going to set this up, but I'll go over this briefly. The one thing, a couple things actually I want to show you real quick before we set this up. You've got multiple inputs. You've got the XLR and you've got the TRS input here. So that's helpful, and that way, you don't have to worry about, having the wrong cable or whatever. Either one of those will work. The other thing, of course, you got your volume back here. The other thing I want to share real quick, and we'll get to this as we set it up. You've got this little schematic right here, this little, it looks like an EQ, and basically it is. And you can see the diagrams on the back here. It gives you the proper setting depending on where you have your monitor placed. So as you know, mine are kind of close to the wall there. So we'll set this appropriately depending on, and you can see it. I can't really see it that well, but we'll make sure to set that up appropriately. But I just think that's a cool extra feature to have. It caters to the setup that you have, how you have your monitor set up, if that makes sense. So one more to unbox. And these monitors, they're pretty easy to set up. I mean, you can see already, it's just as much as plugging them into the wall and then connecting them to your interface, and you're pretty much set up and ready to go. But I am starting to wonder if these things are going to fit on my speaker stands. Okay, I think that they will. You and I will see in a moment. Now, I will list all the specs and details in the YouTube description here. To be honest with you guys, I don't get into those details too much. I mean, you can tell me what the specs are. I know they mean stuff, but they don't really mean a whole lot to me. For example, if you told me, like, this guitar over here is made of this ancient wood from Mars, and it's got the most awesomest pickups in the world, but if I put that guitar in my hands and it doesn't play well, and I just don't like the way it sounds, then it doesn't matter. Those details don't matter to me. So all that matters to me is that that guitar plays good, and of course it sounds good. Of course, a lot of that's depending on the amplifier, but as long as it plays good, I'm pretty happy with it. So same with monitors. As long as they sound good in the room here and for my purpose, then, you know, I'm happy with it. I don't really, again, that's just my point to not knowing all the specs. That's my excuse. But I will list those in the description of this video. All right, here's monitor number 2. Let's connect these things. So the first thing I'm going to do before I attempt to put these on the stands, and again I hope they fit, I believe they will, but you can see like the diagrams here of where your monitors are going to be placed, and of course how far from a surface, from the wall, they're going to be. So we're right here. In my case, we're here. So the monitor, it's not on the desk, but it's on a stand, but it's very close, closer to the wall anyway. So we're going to modify 1, 2, and 3 right here. 1, so we'll click that up. Number 1, we'll leave number 2 down, and let's see if I can do this. I might need like a screwdriver to do this. Yep, there we go. Okay, cool. That looks accurate there. So yeah, again, we're right here. So 1 is up, 2 is down, 3 is up. And the rest I just leave just as they are. So we'll do the same thing on this speaker over here. And that obviously makes it easier doing it here rather than waiting till I get it on the stand and then trying to go behind and do all this. So just a little tip when you're setting these up. Now this may seem like common knowledge, but sometimes, well, you don't know until you know, or sometimes you forget. So I'm not gonna plug these in and turn them on quite yet. I'm gonna first plug the monitors into my interface. So in this case, I'm using the PreSonus ES4, Quantum ES4 interface. So I've got my 2 TRS cables coming out of the interface, and of course I'll connect number 1 to the left monitor here, and then we'll connect number 2 to the right monitor. Then, and only then, will we plug these in and turn them on. So just a quick tip. Now, to be fair, what you're hearing is not obviously a direct signal. This is just in my room, and it's just using, well, my phone microphone. I'm filming with an iPhone 15, so just so you know. But I wanted to hopefully share that experience just like you're sitting here with me in the room, or standing right now. But let me just play a full mix, just a little bit of a full mix, and I'll kind of just walk around. Again, I'm in a small 10 by 11 room here. Hey, now we're getting dizzy. It's like in that Rocky movie. By the way, that riff you just heard is the next metal riff you're going to learn. That's the next lesson coming out in a few days on my channel here. Now on that video, you'll notice I still have the other Kali audio monitors, the LP-UNF 4.5-inch monitors, because I filmed that video a couple of weeks ago for you. But those monitors, once again, they are perfect for this size room, 10 by 11 room here. So if you've got a smaller home studio or just a smaller space, those monitors work absolutely perfect. I'll leave a link to my initial video showcasing those monitors in the description here. But the reason why I went with a bigger, of course, this is a new version that Kali just came out with, so I wanted to showcase these for Kali since I've been working with them for, again, over a year now. I opted for the larger size though because I wanted to future-proof my studio. I don't know when it will happen, but at some point I do envision being in a little bit bigger space, so when that time comes, I don't have to worry about anything. I'm already set with monitors that I need. And I'll say, as I'm walking around the room and just the little time that, of course, you and I spent together listening through these, These monitors, they sound great. Everything is pristine. There's just extreme clarity across the board, no matter where I'm at in the room, even up close here. And they're designed to work that way. So I want to give another huge shout out to Cali Audio. Thank you guys so much. It's an honor to be working with you. And guys, I'll leave links to these monitors. I'll leave, of course, my affiliate Sweetwater link. If you purchase through there, that does help the channel. So I do appreciate that. But I'll also leave a link to their website going directly to the information and specs and all the details on these monitors, the IN-8 V2s. So check those out. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Oh, and stay tuned. I'm going to do a separate video on the headphones they sent. These are the HP ones. So I can't wait to plug these in because those phones back there are plus 20 years. So yeah, it's time to upgrade. Guys, stay tuned. Until next time, keep it metal and keep playing music.